I made a promise that I'm gonna release you the list. I made a list on my phone over here, like all the things, all the quirks, all the points, the good and also the bad about this GA-V01 that I could figure out for like a month maybe, or after owning this G-Shock watch. I rarely wear the watch, to be honest, because I don't want to put any scratch on it until I film the disassembly video, which coming out after this. But for now, let's highlight the first point being a massive pusher. Unlike any G-Shock watch, say one of these, or even one of this, which has a massive pusher button, this one have it bigger. This one look like a button, but it's not. This thing destroyed the idea behind the master of G-Shock with big buttons. The idea is that you could work it while wearing glove and whatnot. I mean, look at how big this button is. It's like no effort at all. Even when wearing glove, a welding glove, even when you're working, you could operate this watch easily. Something that most G-Shock just cannot do, which is that point alone is already insane. Anyway, next up, we got a massive indices on top here. Biggest index marker on any watch world that I know of. For G-Shock even. I mean, G-Shock is famous with making all their 3D indices, but on this watch they take it to another level, quite literally put it outside of the watch case, which insane. A trend that, you know, you could find the similar trend being applied on the Swiss watch category, where they try to use this solder paste or solder iron on it. If I'm going to try to replicate this idea. So the idea, the trend is there, but Casio make it like officially. It is better in a way, right? Rather than the traditional 2D indices like most Casio watch. But this is the G-Shock we're talking about here, which also make the visibility part of the watch much better. This is probably the most practical G-Shock watch you could find on the market at this price point. Anyway, the band adjustment. The band is really adjustable. If you have a bigger wrist, you could put all the way over here, small wrist all the way down here. Now, I know this watch is massive, but despite that, you could still pull it off. Even if you have a skinny wrist, you could put it all the way up here and the watch will fit. Not the best, but you could still wear it, which is interesting. Next up, lightweight. This watch, despite being so big, because it is just like nothing in here, there's no sensor, I wouldn't say any metal parts even, right? Most of it's just plastic resin, so it is so lightweight, thus adds more to the comfort aspects of it. I mean, visibility insane, easy to operate with, plus lightweight, big inside. I mean, this watch is awesome. Anyway, basics function now. Function is so straightforward that it is pretty much foolproof. You could see it even the indicator there, so you won't get lost. So this is the alarm mode, right? Back to home time keeping. You could see your world time function, basic stuff. It's all of them being indicated over there. Stopwatch, timer. So foolproof basics function that anyone cooperates as an entry level category, except for the part that it comes in negative display. But well, you could just use the analog parts of it and will be just fine. Next up is the price. It's around 200 bucks, brand new, of course. Maybe some regular, people out there could find it useful, and because it is not as popular among G-Shock enthusiasts, the price went down on the aftermarket, on the gray market. If you want to buy one of these, go to the link down in the description box to Buy Japan and pick one up. You will definitely be able to find one of these at a much cheaper price than MSRP. Even if I was going to MSRP, it drop a little bit from some authorized dealers out there. So priced nicely, I would say. Now, brand new, it is expensive, but you get a point. Anyway, next point is 10 years battery life, which is really good as well for an entry-level watch. I mean, if you give this to someone and that person ends up actually using this watch and had been using this watch for 10 years straight, there's no doubt you're gonna love the brand like right away. This watch will serve you for 10 years without any battery change whatsoever, with the toughness of it, with the visibility, all the points that I've already mentioned before, plus all that, plus 10 years. They will successfully create a massive fan base with that battery life alone. Next up, tough movement. Something that you only typically get on a Master of G category Literally, it says here somewhere tough movement if I could find it. If it ever misalign, the tough movement function of it will automatically align the hand itself to original position, so accurate timekeeping every single time. So if this watch was ever subjected to impact, which is the main idea here, as a beater watch, it will just align itself automatically without the cost, like massive cost of these things. So I mean, except for the crazy design, everything else is really good. Now, speaking of design, there's a lot of bump to it, right? There's a lot of bumpy design here. The button is also like protruding outwards, unlike most G-Shock where all of them are well guarded, well protected. This one is like the other way around. The button is protecting the bezel now, which is weird idea. I have no idea how that gonna last, but maybe it will be just fine. So some protection there. Everything in this, the movement there, is well guarded, from the front, from the side, from the top, from the bottom even. It is well guarded, so there's still the idea of shock resistant to it, but in a different design, I would say. There's no lug for the watch, as you guys can see. There's no like one of this lug design where you have to put this spring bar in there, where if you abuse it hard enough, it will break the lug or break the spring bar, and the strap will just fall down as you're wearing it. For this guy, even for most entry-level Casio watch, that is. For Master of G, there's no, because they use screws, but still same idea. You could still have this lug section here. The GA-V01 did not have those. There's no lug at all. It just goes all the way up here. This kind of lug over here, check this out, these two things here act kind of like a lug, but it's not, no spring bar over here. Even if you break this thing, like if you actually try to break it, this is the hard case by the way, which is tougher than the resin strap itself. Even so, if you manage to break this thing, the watch is not gonna fall off your wrist because it is locked. If it screws over here on the side, you actually have to break the watch from the middle. I mean that is just an impossible, right? So lug breaking is also something that is impossible to do on this watch, making it as tough as a Master of G. It's just unbreakable. Next up, look closely. There's only like this regular screws, like over here, just six of them. So making the customization insanely easy. You know right away, like modern G-Shock are so hard to modify. Like you have to remove a lot of things. Well, not for this guy. This one actually made to be easy to be removed, the bezel like that, like different point. Anyway, you have to remove the buttons out. You have to remove the screw. You have to remove the strap. A lot of things had to go away before you could just swap the bezel or just clean it up. With this, 1, 2, 3, just a single basic screwdriver, and you could broke apart the entire thing, clean it up, put everything back in. That's it. Or if, like I already said earlier, if you want to customize this to different color, just simple tools that anybody could do without any skills whatsoever. You could just swap the parts just like that. That is insane. Like seriously, brand new models, you'll find it a problem, but for this, there's no problem anymore. So really good. Now, negative part for the watch. There's a lot of points I'm going to talk about here, right? Negative part, of course, first of all, is that negative display, but maybe we'll try to change it out to positive. Maybe Casio will release a positive display version in the future, because a lot of people have been complaining about this. But also there's a dome-shaped glass to it, which we rarely get at this price point, which also didn't really help with the visibility because it distort the hands in there. But the hands is massive inside. You could still see it. Again, all the good points still there. Ugly design. Well, this is subjective. A lot of old timers found this ugly. New timers found this good or just okay. But then again, I looked at this as a utility functional watch. Casio promote this as a fashion watch, but as I already pointed out before, there's a lot of good points for the watch that you could actually use this as a functional tool watch. Imagine of a sports car and a minivan. Get all the things done, but it look ugly. But you get all the things done. So there's up and down here. So it is a problem, but not a big of a deal, I would say. Now the 3D indices, it is big, it is bold, it sends a signal. This is a G-Shock, this is trendy, but it trapped a lot of dirt. That's the reason why people didn't put indices on the outside, but on the inside of the watch, because once it is outside, I mean, this part is really hard to clean just like that. Of course, you could easily remove all the screws, but that's the thing, right? With more surface area, with more this notch, the areas in there, of course, dirt gonna be trapped a lot easier. Even underneath this index as well, it is quite soft material. Actually, check this out, you could flex it, so dirt definitely gonna get underneath there and get trapped down there. So that's a problem, but that, like I already said, you could easily open it up and clean it up, just no problem at all. Next up, the glows in the dark part of it, because this Indices plays outside, they cannot put any glow in the dark paint at all, just on the hands, but then again only at the tip of the hands, which is, I mean, come on. But then again, Cassie will never give us a full index marker anyway. I appreciate that they tried just a little bit in there, but it is what it is. It does have the LED backlighting to cover it up, so that is still just fine. But remember, when you turn this part, LED backlighting, it's gonna drain the battery, so keep that in mind as well. No auto light function, by the way, but that's okay. The button is big enough, it's like you don't really know, just press the button, it works just fine. Now, simply easy to remove, but then again, you cannot change the strap. I mean, it is easy to modify, but you cannot take this kind of idea and apply it on here. I mean, it's no compatibility at all. It's not like you could find a strap like one of these and plug it in here. It's like fixed, integrated, this kind of design, this kind of strap on this watch. There's nothing else you could do with this watch. And overall, if you could balance out the, you know, the size, the purpose, the function, the fashion, this watch overall, I would say a nice thing to have. Although I agree with the ugliness part of it, but if you look past the ugly design, this watch is really good. Like function, I mean, I already listed like 10, plenty of different points that make this watch really good. There's some downside to it, but the upside is, it weighs more than the downside. All right, remember, even how big this case is, like a Master of G, like a tool watch, this watch acts the same way as a Master of G, but a much cheaper price. Minus all the sensor, of course, but I mean, for the price, didn't really matter. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you learned something from this video, do hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what are the things that I probably have missed that I should talk about. Share it with everyone. This is G-Shock High Fashion channel. And